Hello everybody. I hope you guys can hear this. Hello everybody. Oh, mm, what's even happening? Drop frames. Huh. If you guys can hear this, the frustration is real. Drop frames. I don't know what even happened. So I'll just uh, have to trust something should work. Mm. But never mind. I guess I'll try. I'll try check here. Let's see if we have any other weak problems. Okay. Okay. Looks like we can go live after a little bit frustration there. But yeah, let's go I guess. Yeah, I guess we can go. We don't have too much time here, unfortunately. Okay, so let's go, guys. Hello, everybody. This is Dennis Suguwa, and sorry for a little bit technical problem on my side. That's not something. That's not something I can control, and apparently it's because of how do I say some internet shenanigan. But it's fine. Fine. We'll go straight to the live. Okay. So for this mission, we are going to witness the launch of NROL-192, which is basically part of the NRO proliferated launch. This is basically a Starshield, 20 Starshield satellite that should be launched on board of this mission. Basically, in the nutshell, Starshield is basically the military version of the Starlink. Yeah, basically used by many worldwide. But in this case, it has some quite differences. For example, it will use laser communication between those, while it's very normal. But there is one addition: laser communication will also be used for the ground tracking, especially if it's used by the military. Uh, in comparison to the civilian, where laser interconnection system only used by in between all of the satellite in the orbit, but when it's beamed back to the Earth, usually it will be beamed back using those, how do I say, using those radio wave, whatever is it, right? X-band company, whatever is it. I mean, you guys know this. If you know a little bit about civilian stuff for the Starlink, and yeah, not going to go too long. This is around T minus 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We will go a little bit talking about this stuff. Okay, this is a little bit recent from the SpaceX X pages website here. So that's why I'm only going to show you guys here. Okay, so this is the countdown sequence. Basically, around T minus 38 minutes, it will very fast to go for propellant load, and then T minus 35 seconds. Okay, lock slot complete from what I've heard. Okay, lock slot complete. It should be, I believe should be around here. T minus, okay. T minus 3 minutes already lock slot complete. Okay, but this is what you need to know. This is basically, in the nutshell, they are filling out all of this propellant, especially the fuel for the RP1, the rocket grade kerosene, basically rocket propellant -1. They load it in. They also load it in for the liquid oxygen on both on the first and second stage. I mean, every rockets in here will load out out load up with the carologs anyway, so there's not so much difference here. And around T minus 1 minute, the command flight computer will begin final pre-launch checks, and also the propellant tank pressurization to flight pressure will also begin. And then in T minus 45 seconds, the launch director will go for launch. Okay, and lock slot already complete from I've heard right now. Okay, and then so that around T minus 3 minutes, it will engine controller will command the ignition of the first stage engine, and then T minus 0, the Falcon 9 will lift off. And this is basically what you need to know in the nutshell. Okay, this is what you need to know. I don't have to explain too much, but for one thing's for sure, since this is a very private. Okay, so I've already put it here so I can check. And to the new viewers, hello and welcome. Okay, and this is basically what you need to know. As the launch is mostly pretty secretive, around T minus, we are only going to witness up until the interstage, and then boost back, return, and then return back to the drone ship. Of course, I still love you. Okay, and this is what is it? Okay, and let's go. I will go and switch to the to my desktop audio. So let's go. Okay, so hopefully this is right. All right.
It's here. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8,
okay.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah.
3,
okay. It works on my audio loop.
1.
Okay. Ignition. 9-1 Merlin 1D engine ignition and liftoff from the Vandenberg Space Force side. As on the Space Launch Complex 4E. So we have liftoff, and also credit to Space Affairs for streaming this up. And as usual, you can see Vandenberg is pretty foggy. Pretty foggy launch site, so that's why we only see
plus 30 seconds
on the rocket camera not really that long, around before T minus 10 T plus 10 seconds. And now as you can see, already past Mach 0.5
at 5:25 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay,
avionics, power and telemetry.
Okay, and now ready to go for the supersonic.
Will be passing through max Q.
Supersonic. And should be max Q, maximum air.
Will be passing through max Q, which is the point in the mission profile where the vehicle experiences the greatest amount of aerodynamic pressure as it descends through the Earth's atmosphere.
See. Should be called out for the
max Q.
Okay, max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure, fully exerted on the launch vehicle. And at this point, after the max Q, all of the Merlin 1D engine, the 9 Merlin 1D engine on the first stage, should be throttled back up to 100%. Okay, and it's already max Q, just slightly above the commercial airplane altitude. It should be around maybe 40 plus thousand feet like that, or around 11.1 or 11 kilometers.
Now this engine burn lasting
max. Okay, and engine chill on the second stage, which will help to protect the second stage engine from the from having those weird meltdown. Okay, especially that will damage. I mean, of course, you want to keep the rockets to keep flowing, right? So is it? And if I remember correctly, on this flight, the first stage that will be recovered is the booster 1071, if I remember correctly. And in this flight, it's 24th flight right now.
Miko?
Okay, already Miko, main engine cutoff.
Stage separation.
Okay, interstage separation. And now we are going to witness the Merlin 1D vacuum engine ignition. Okay, second engine
And a good
injection.
series of back-to-back
SE
callouts there.
should
We're
be
able to
around
begin with
the
MECO, state separation, and
SES1
SES1.
if I remember
Coming up
correctly.
shortly, we should hear a call out for
Okay,
fairing
and
separation,
we
but as a
should
reminder,
hear
we will not be showing it on
the
the screen.
fairing
Both
separation.
payload and fairing
Okay,
have
should be
supporting
fairing
Fairing
separation.
separation confirmed.
Okay, fairing separation confirmed.
call out.
As
Both
you can
payload
see,
and fairing
because
have
the mission
supported
is
today's
pretty highly
missions are
secretive,
also flight
we don't
reporting,
see
with one half flying for its
any of
12th
the
time and the other
any of
flying for
the
its 7th
second
time.
stage and also the payload
And
going
we'll be
forward.
attempting to retrieve these fairing halves again today. Once they
Okay,
fall back to
and
Earth, your
also
recovery vessel
they
will
are
go
going
beyond.
to recover
We're
the
currently at T plus 3
payload
minutes
fairing.
and
So
20 seconds
that's
into
one thing
today's
for sure.
mission.
It's
Now, the
good.
next major milestone coming up in about
I
2.5
mean, it's not
minutes
even
from
the
now
first time.
will
If I
be the
remember,
entry burn of the Falcon 9
the
booster as
the
it
list is
continues on its
already
journey
around
towards
almost
return trip. Of
20,
course,
if I
we still
remember
love you,
correctly.
which is currently stationed in the Pacific
Almost
Ocean.
20 plus like
Now,
that
to start the entry burn,
for
we will relight
payload
3
fairing.
of the M1D engines
Okay.
on the booster, which is
If
similar
I
to
remember,
popping
there
the
is
brakes
like
to
a
slow
two
down the
parts.
vehicle as it passes back
The
into the
first one
Earth's
is the
atmosphere.
active
We need to
payload
slow
fairing
down the
stuff, which
vehicle
is
to reduce
basically
re-entry
what's
forces,
responsible
which
on
then helps us recover
properly
and reuse the first stage.
separate in between two halves. And then second one is passive. Passive is just basically just follows what the active does. That's basically in the nutshell. And here, as you can see, this is a little bit of view. And if you see a little bit of the white flaky, don't worry, this is pretty normal. That's basically, if I
During the
remember, that's
entry
a
burn, Falcon 9 is decelerating by
cold
firing its Merlin engines, but it's still
liquid
moving really
oxygen
fast. This causes the
or
vehicle to
subchill
fly through Merlin's exhaust
liquid
gases, also known as the rocket's plume,
liquid rocket
which
propellant,
deposits
one
a
or
layer of
basically a
soot
rocket
on the vehicle's
grade
surface.
kerosene. So
That
basically,
soot
that's it
then
in the nutshell.
comes from
And
the carbon-based fuel that
to be
Falcon 9
already
uses,
apogee, which is the
with
highest
each flight,
point
the
of
soot
the
builds up a
altitude
little more on the outside of the vehicle.
of the first stage booster,
Reusability is
as
key
this
to
is
lowering the
mostly a
cost of spaceflight,
suborbital
which
flight, at
enables
least
more
for the
investments in
first
critical space
stage. I mean,
infrastructure.
m-
The
as long
Falcon 9's
as long the
first
flight
stage
is
that is
mostly
supporting
staging,
today's
unless you are
mission is
going for the
performing this
upper
entry
stage,
burn
most
for the
of it will
24th
going
time
back
today.
down in the
The
ballistic
payloads fairing supporting today's
manner,
missions were also
ballistic flight
flight
manner.
proven.
Basically, it's
Again, first one
going to
flying for its
fall
12th time
down
and
back
the other for its second.
to the Earth's atmosphere and to the sea if it's not recover.
Now, we should be hearing that call out
Okay,
for the Falcon 9
for
first
the
stage entry burn in just
for
under
the
a
most
minute
of the
from now.
rocket stages flight, unless we are talking about upper stage. Upper stage will carry those payload to the orbit, but later the same upper
And as a
stage will
reminder,
also
keep an eye out for the
re-enter
telemetry
back
of
to
the
the
vehicle
Earth,
at the bottom
and then
left-hand corner of your screen,
and then
showing both
and
the
then re-enter
speed
and
and
then
altitude of the
disintegrate
rocket.
for safety. Usually they will do this on the Point Nemo, basically around the Atlantic, no, Pacific Ocean, basically the most emptiest ocean where there is no people, nothing. So they will do it on the Nemo point if they want to fully disintegrate all of the upper stage. Usually this is the current practice in the
We
space
should be
industry
hearing that call
nowadays.
out for the Falcon
And you
9
can
first
see,
stage entry burn in
looks
just
pretty
a few
beautiful.
moments from now.
I supposedly this is a Earth's horizon by now. You can see all those sunlight coming in, and to be entry burn. Okay.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Okay. First
And
stage
great call out there
entry
for
burn
entry burn
startup.
startup.
If I remember,
This burn is set to last about 20
this burn
seconds,
is
and again
around,
is slowing
if I
down the
remember,
vehicle in preparation
already
for its
3
final
or
burn
4,
and landing.
5 engines ignited here, and then after that we'll see the entry burn stop, and then we'll ready for
Entry
the
burn shutdown.
okay, and entry
Another
burns
great call out there for
already
entry burn
shut down.
shutdown. Coming up next will be the first stage landing burn, which will start about a
Okay.
minute from now.
Let's see.
The Merlin engines on the Falcon 9 first stage are optimized for sea level, and these achieve 190,000 pounds of thrust
As you
each
can
during
see.
ascent and descent. At
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
Okay, stage 1
Good call
FTS
out there.
has saved.
At
Basically,
liftoff, Falcon
the
9's
flight
first
termination
stage
system has
thrust
already
greater
been
than
saved.
5
Basically,
747
in
airplanes
the
at
nutshell,
actual power.
there's no
Now,
more
the 10th engine on our
use
rocket
case
stack,
of
the
using
MPAC
it
engine,
anymore.
located on the second stage.
Using the flight
As this is a
termination
much
system,
wider
there's no
nozzle
more
and
use.
is optimized to
In
220,500
other words, because it's already
pounds of thrust
safe
in
enough,
vacuum.
FTS is basically already in the back pedal thought of the
Coming up in about 30 seconds, we should hear that call
of
out
the
for the
booster
landing
rocket.
burn of the Falcon 9 first stage.
Essentially, in the
This
nutshell,
landing
they
burn
don't
is the
have,
final
they no longer have, okay,
Another
already
great call out there.
transonic.
The landing burn is
Max
the
Q has
Stage
already,
2 FTS has saved.
okay,
And another good call out.
Another
The landing
cool,
burn is the
good
final burn of
one.
the Falcon 9 booster
FTS
used
for
to
the
reduce
second
the
stage has
remaining speed
already
of the vehicle for a
all right
gentle
there,
and precise
so
landing
no
on our
problem.
drone ship.
And we shall see the landing burn. And because FTS no longer needed, basically the rocket doesn't have to force itself to shut down any engines, or maybe itself
Stage
expose
2 is
itself for
internal
safety.
guidance.
Okay, and let's
Stage 1
see. Landing burn has already started,
Good call
and
out
it
for
will
landing
try to
burns.
land on the, of course, I Still Love You autonomous drone ship. So let's see.
We are now
Let's
waiting
win
for
us.
Falcon 9 to land on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, which is
Okay,
stationed in the
that's
Pacific
it.
Ocean.
Looks pretty
Landing like
beautiful,
deploy.
and landing like deploy. And here we go. And landing. And that's it. All missions
Stage
complete.
1 landing confirmed.
Okay, stage 1
And
landing
there
has already
you heard a
confirmed.
call out for the
So that's it.
successful landing of our
You've
Falcon
already
9
heard
rocket.
it.
This was the 24th launch and landing of the first stage.
Alright. So that's that.
Now, as a reminder, we will
Every,
not be showing any Stage 2 or
everything is
deployment
good.
views at the request of our customer today. So with that landing of the Falcon 9 booster, we'll be bringing our webcast to a close. We'd like to thank the NRO for entrusting us with today's mission, and we'd also like to thank the Range and FAA for their support.
If you're interested in more launch coverage,
Okay.
be sure to check out spacex.com/launches and follow at SpaceX. And follow SpaceX on X for more information. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay, so that's that. Okay. So here that's it. So yeah, thank you again, Space Fairs, for helping some things behind the scene, because otherwise it will be a little bit harder to try to stream directly using Twitter/X for the SpaceX launches. I don't want to use that. It really lags so hard for this stream. So yeah, thank you again, Space First, for this, and yeah, and I guess that's it. There's not so much else to talk about, because the launch is pretty secretive. What else you're going to talk, right? I cannot just go cover this and pretend I know everything about this satellite. But that's it. This is the launch for the NROL-192. I guess I'll see you guys again pretty soon. And yeah, once again, very sorry for the weird technical problem on my side. Basically, some things I cannot control. This is something, for whatever reason, the internet just decided to just walk in stuff. I don't know, but life is it. So that's it. I guess, as usual, this is my trademark. This is Daniel Suguwa, signing out, and see you again soon for the next launches. If I remember, the next launch would be for next week would be, let me recall. It will be the Blue Origin New Shepard rocket mission NS-31. So see you guys there. I'll be streaming that soon. Bye bye. Take care. And that's it. I mean, if you guys even hear from the intro, I have a little bit frustration regarding the internet. Not something I can control. And also, I forgot to mention here, credit to Lucas CH or Gawon Lucas _ handle on Twitter/X for the another and how do I say, for the another mission patch here. You can see on the right side. Without it, it's going to be boring. I mean, just look on at the left side of the mission logo. It's so boring. So I just decided I'll use these two. I'll just put it here. So that's that. So that's it, guys. Take care. Bye bye. And I'm not going to cut myself off too much here. Yeah. So that's it. Let me count here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's it. Bye bye.